anyway, because it'll be good for us to
Right.
convene and talk about our ideas and things like that. So a chap by the name of Stefan says, "How big will star systems be?" He's trying to find a way to get his question out. Yeah.
Send me a private message with it.
Right.
What was the question?
How big will star systems be in terms of like kilometers or light years across and whatnot? Have you given that any thought?
Well, I think that's going to sort of depend on the star system. Some will have a lot bigger area, and some will have not as much. I mean, some will have multiple planets in, and some will, just have, one planet. The sun.
Right, so the size of a solar system is the size of the outermost planet, right? Because you're not really in the solar system if you're beyond the outermost planet.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know whether there's some like location further out than the outermost planet, but generally it's sort of scaled to the size of the system.
And so, how would the solar systems compare to our solar system? Some smaller, some the same, and some bigger.
Yeah, but we're also currently it's not set up so you like fly around in real time between
planet to planet.
Planet. Yeah, I mean, first of all, that would be really boring.
How do you do that in this game?
What do you mean? You do it like you do in Privateer. You're flying from sort of nav area to nav area.
Oh, I see.
So it's from a bigger system map, and you're sort of saying, "I'm going to this waypoint. I'm going to this waypoint," because you don't want to fly for 10 hours between locations.
But there's no like impulse power or sub.
Well, sort of autopilot, sort of like kind of the warp thing. But the other issue you've got in space games is that computers, the precision of floating points a major problem.
Right.
Because the bigger the number gets, then
everything jiggles around.
Yeah, it's not good. So you got to figure out how to do that. So that's actually one of the technical challenges that we've got to finish working upon. Okay. Can anyone confirm the 10 subscription count towards the final pledge total? Yes, the subscription amount does count towards the final pledge total.
That video is sexy OMG. What is the red ship?
Everyone loves the red ship.
Well, it's enigmatic, isn't it? It's in the 5-minute demo as well.
Yeah.
Stuck
So the red ship is the first piece of, I guess, the first spaceship I had when I was doing my prototypes. It actually is a film visual effects model from Turbo Squid. It's about 180 to 200,000 faces in resolution.
What's Turbo Squid?
Turbo Squid is a site you can go and buy 3D models on.
Oh, right.
So artists put up their 3D models. So this was modeled by a film artist, and he had a few things, and I actually quite liked the design, and this was before we'd done our concepts and designs, and so I used that, and then you sort of see it in the background, but it won't be in the final game, mainly because we have our own unique stuff. But it's a cool ship, and so we've been using it as a placeholder because we don't have, it functions in the game like the Vandal fighter, like the Hornet functions, and like the carrier functions. But some of the newer stuff like the Constellation, that'll be another, 2 months before we probably got in the engine. Maybe a bit shorter. It all sort of depends.
Right.
So how people they think that's, by the way, very, very, very. I normally won't show that, so hopefully you guys like it. What's the chat saying?
They're saying they want the red ship.
They want the red ship.
That's a $9 million stretch goal.
Early concept is what you consider rough. We'll need 680s to play.
Some people are saying Ben's about to fall asleep. We need to get him a coffee.
I'm good.
Hey, is there somewhere we can get milk that's close by that's open this late?
I will look.
I'm just wondering, just because, like I said, the October 26th stuff, I don't think I can.
Okay.
But I'm thinking a coffee may be helping for us.
I saw there was a mart across the street, but I'm not sure if it's still open. I will check though. if anything, I can make a run to the Heeb for anything we might need tonight.
Well, we pretty much. I was planning on raiding all the stuff they have there, but do we want anything, or we're good, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Like a energy drink or something.
Energy drink? Okay. I
Oh, they got those.
Monster, Red Bull, anything
Oh,
specific?
You mean from the fridge there, or where are you going for this?
I'm going to see if the corner store on 6th Street's going to be open.
Okay, cool. Do you need some cash? I mean, already know you
Okay,
cash for the
yeah.
other stuff. Okay. All right, just keep a record of it all, and we'll sort out a question. Let's see, a couple of questions. Will add-ons, particularly T-shirts, be available after crowdfunding ends? So that's Daniel Ramsey. Yes, add-ons will be available after crowdfunding ends, so T-shirts and all that kind of stuff. So if you've crowdfunded now, you'll be able to get all the add-ons that are available, except for the one-day sale ones. But T-shirt isn't one day; that'll be permanent merchandise.
5,407,000 we're at now.
Out of order likes. Let's hope the stripper bar is a good foreshadowing of a cool pilot lounge. Yes, we'll definitely have some. We'll have bars that appeal to all walks of life. And we'll definitely do some research for it too.
In fact, we're going to go work on that right now.
A guy wants a lamp T-shirt. That seems like a good inside joke.
I like that one.
T-shirt.
That one's a good one, yeah.
A lamp T-shirt.
Yeah.
Lamp? Yeah. For the last. We'll do
T-shirt
that.
with a light box lamp on it. They'll be like, "What's this with the lamp from our office?"
Yeah, I think we got to sneak that lamp out of here. So we have it for our office.
No, we're buying that. Well, you know, yeah, that's. I think we'll be fine on that. So
Don't let them know how important it is.
the lamp, yeah, no, the last lot for it. So, what sorts of difficult? One of the questions is, what sorts of difficult to achieve mechanics do you expect to implement in order to acquire a carrier class ship?
Having a lot of money.
Handbrake turns in a
Well,
carrier.
no, actually, I don't think the carrier. None of the carriers will be necessary purchasable. I don't think something that big will be. I think you're going to have to capture it, but obviously you can't really capture it from the UEE. So we haven't 100% figured it out, but I think the idea is it certainly should require coordination by a fair number of players to take it over, and then it's always something that you're at risk of losing. So it's almost like a floating base that you sort of take over, and you and your group of friends have it, but unless you're sort of in safe space where you can't be attacked, then you're always at risk for someone to take it over the same way you took it from them. Would be kind of the way I would approach it. So question is, video looks awesome in first-person mode. Can you talk with other players on the landing pad? So yes, you'll be able to talk with players, but of course it'll be the same issues that we have in space. Even though there may be 1,000 people on the planet, you can't have 1,000 characters all hanging out in the bar or on the landing pad. So we'll sort of select the ones that make the most sense based on your friend list and other kind of allegiances or a person of interest. But you'll always be able to sort of pull up I don't know whether we call it a Foursquare list or something like on your PDA, where you sort of see everybody that's on the planet, and you can search specifically for someone. If they show up, you can identify them, and then they will sort of appear in your instance, but not appear like out of thin air. We'll handle it in a way that it'll make sense. What's the question now?
There's a character on the live, like all these code names. One of them is Lamp. So someone has made themselves
they probably changed
registered
it.
into Lamp.
I'm sure they've changed their username to Lamp. Yeah.
So in the future, when people start talking about lamp, they'll think they're talking about that specific person.
Wow, we've sold 97. So basically, the Corvette will have raised $100,000. That's pretty impressive.
Wow.
I guess we probably I'll have to. I'm gonna have Ryan do the Aurora, and then I think I'll have him start on the Corvette afterwards.
May I ask a question? This is my own personal question. You're not going to have a subscription, okay? You are absolutely certain you will never have to go to a subscription, and you're going to do this all on microtransactions. But if everything that you can obtain through microtransactions you can do through gameplay, what makes you so certain that people are actually going to do transactions and just not play the game?
Well, because the way it feels to me, and I think this is also the way that World of Tanks works, is there will be several classes of players. So there'll be players that will play the game a lot, and they will never really need to, because basically all you can do with money is buy some credits,
right?
And in-game credits buy everything in the game, and so yes, you probably won't be getting money from them, but you'll be getting money from new players coming in because they've got to purchase a ship to start. So that's one way. It's kind of the Guild Wars model. And then the other way is there's going to be a class of players that just don't have the 10 or 15 hours to sort of be not that it's boring running missions, but you got to be taking
dedicated.
missions,
You have to have the time,
earning money because you've got running costs. You got to pay landing fees. You got to pay insurance. So I mean, you've got a cost to operating in the game.
Right.
So some games don't have costs. Some games do have costs. So you always have to be making money, or else your credit count will go down.
Okay.
And so there'll be some players that would rather I'll pay some money for